Equipment on sale at the lowest prices. Or call us on 01733 310 115 or visit us at 11 Royce Road, Fengate, Peterborough.
Desi Restaurant is open, so why not order now for your family meal tonight? We've got fish pakora, chicken pakora, charga steamed chicken, lamb and vegetable samosas, biryani, pizza, faluda, jalebi, gulab jamun, samosa chaat, fresh chicken and lamb handi, Lahori channa and much more. We've got it all at Desi Restaurant. Special offer, Niari Opaya with 1 naan or roti only £6. Special lunchtime offer from noon to 4 p.m. Chicken or lamb curry and 2 roti only £6. Mixed veg curry or tarka dal and 2 roti only £5. Order now at desirestaurantonline.com and pay online safely or call us on 01733 555 795. Delivery available or you can collect for a 10% discount. 298 Lincoln Road, Peterborough, PE1 2ND. Desi Restaurant, the trusted family favourite in Peterborough.
With you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. This is Salam Radio.
Assalamu alaikum, good evening, welcome along to Salam Radio 106.2 FM. How you doing? I hope you're good, inshallah. Setting yourself up for the bank holiday weekend. You got any plans? You up to much? Let us know if you have. We are back. This is, of course, Geared Up, another edition of the motoring show every fortnight here on Salam Radio 106.2 FM. Welcome to you in Peterborough and in Luton via Inspire FM 105.1. Geared Up is your fortnightly motoring show every other Friday at 8:30, and I'm very pleased to say I'm with my long-standing and long-suffering co-drivers Akeel and Ali Suleiman, and we'll bring you an hour of chat, laughs and more on everything motoring related. And what have we got for you in the next hour? Well, we're asking, what is the best car you've ever owned and why? And we'll absolutely specify what we mean by best in a few minutes' time. And also after 9 o'clock, we'll be discussing the government's attempt to encourage more of us to switch to electric vehicles. This was recently in the news. Ali will also bring us his usual feature on the latest new car releases in his car catch-up. Plus your quiz question for today will also follow very soon.
Broadcasting 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. This is Salam Radio.
Assalamu alaikum, brother Akeel. How's your sump plug?
Wa alaikum salam. It's good.
Is it good? Is it in place?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Assalamu alaikum, Ali. How's your dipstick?
Oh, my dead. Wa alaikum salam.
How is it?
Great.
Okay, good. I'd like to throw you off with a couple of those. Listen, you can get involved with the show. We'd love your comments and calls. You can comment on the live stream. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch as well. Just send us a comment and I'll see it in front of me. Or you can text us on 07411 191062 or call us on 01733 602 133. And now we always like to kick things off and bring you a quiz of sorts on Geared Up, and today is no different. If you think you're a petrol head and you know your V6s from your V8s, can you guess a car purely from its engine sound? Well, it's not as easy as it sounds, and we'll bring you a new one every episode, but this is your engine sound for today. Which car is this? And I'll give you 4 multiple choices after this. Which car is this? That is a very distinctive sound. Now, Ali and Akeel, you don't know what the answer to this is. So you're playing along as well. I'll play that sound for you again after your multiple choice options. Is it A, a Mazda MX-5? Is it B, a Mini Cooper S? Is it C, an Audi R8? Or is it D, a Volkswagen Golf R? One more time. Brother Shamshal's messaged in, Assalamu alaikum, brother. He thinks it's a Cosworth. Now, he said that before the choices were given, so it's not a Cosworth, brother, but thank you for trying. Once again, is it A, a Mazda MX-5, B, a Mini Cooper S, C, an Audi R8, or D, a Volkswagen Golf R? I can see where you were going with on the Cosworth there. Comment on the live stream, text us 07411 191062, or call us on 01733 602 133. Akeel, what are your thoughts on this?
It's tough. I think it's one of the last two. I think it's
You
between
think
the R8 or the Golf R.
Okay, R8 or Golf R. Okay, and Ali?
Golf R.
You think it's the Golf R? Right, so at the minute, we're going to write that down. So Ali, at the minute, you think it's D, and Akeel, you're not sure yet?
No. I will give my answer midway, I think, one more time when you put it in the show.
Okay.
And you think about this. It's tough, this one.
It's a tough one.
It
is quite distinctive.
Yeah.
But we'll reveal the answer and who got it right towards the end of the show, last few minutes. We'll play that again for you in a little while as well. Now, for topic one today, we're asking what is the best car that you've ever owned and why? Now, it may not be the best car technically, but just the experience, for whatever reason, of ownership, driving, maintenance, just the feel of it, the dynamics, maybe the memories of owning that car made it the best car you've ever owned. So get in touch and let us know. You can come on air and share your story on air as well. Just give us a call. Did you love it so much that you'd buy it again now? Do you remember what made you buy it back then? Or why did you get rid of it? And do you think modern cars have lost a bit of soul and lack a bit of character? Akeel, do you think modern cars have lost soul and character?
No. I think quite a lot of modern cars actually do have character. I can understand why somebody would say that.
Yeah.
Because we've got a good memory, haven't we? From where that we've seen the evolution.
Yes.
From that good old manual gearbox to what we have now, paddle shifts and so on and so forth. So
yeah.
We get to appreciate. It's almost like the example of the cassette player, the CD, and so on, isn't it? With cars, the same thing. We've seen the evolution, haven't we, on the technology and things like that. So yeah, I can understand why someone would say it's lost it. I don't think so. I think things has moved on.
Yeah.
But when I think back, I mean, this question that you've put out today, this first topic, it was really hard for me. I've had so many.
You've had so many cars,
and I loved them for different reasons.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think I'm going to surprise you now.
Are you going to tell me now what the best car is?
Do you want me to tell you now or not?
Go on.
Okay, it was the Alfa Romeo 147 GTA.
Oh, what a vehicle!
But this wasn't the standard one.
You have surprised me with that.
Yeah.
So it's the Alfa Romeo 147
GTA. I bought this from Doncaster from a guy, right?
Yeah.
And it was red, tinted out windows, black wheels, all the rest of it, supercharged.
Yeah.
500 brake horsepower.
Wow.
It had so much power. I remember buying it from him, getting in the car to drive it back.
Yeah.
And it was raining, and I thought, okay, everything's fine. Went to the petrol station, everything's going fine. So doing 30, 40s, 50s, got to the motorway, put my foot down. There was so much torque, the car couldn't handle it.
Well, it's a bit like you, so much talk.
It's true. This is very true. And my speciality is this. And
yeah.
So I quickly realised as I'm driving back, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Because it clearly has too much power.
Right.
It just can't handle it. Got it back, and I tell you what, the memories. It broke down like every single Alfa Romeo should.
It absolutely should.
Whenever Jeremy used to say, if you haven't been, you haven't got a great car history if you haven't had an Alfa.
Well, you're not a petrol head if you haven't had an Alfa. That's what he claims.
And it did break down, but it was just brilliant. It had the looks, it had the power, it had the breakdown ability, all these sort of things. And it was difficult because there was a few others, but this is the one.
We've got. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. You did surprise me. So, Mark, good evening, Mark. Thanks for listening. He says, "Evening, Amir and lads. I'm not a petrol head, but he's guessing that it was the Mazda MX-5. That's Mark in Bletchley Towers. Bless you for listening, Mark. Thank you very much. So, Mark thinks I'm writing this down. Look at the admin, Mark. I've got to do on this show.
Every show he says that.
I need an assistant.
Assistant.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
Wow. Yeah,
so Mark thinks it's the MX-5. Okay, thanks, Mark. Duly noted. Oh, Brother Shamshad's come back. He says, cars have definitely lost character, but character doesn't have to be positive. He used to love the choke. That was character. That's true, a manual choke on a vehicle.
And one of my friends has texted me that about his favourite car.
Oh, well, tell me about that now. Tell me about that.
So Joel, I hope you're listening, mate. His first car, the car that he loved the most was a VW Polo Coupe, and he said, "I'm old school. I used to pull out the choke."
Yeah, I used to love that. I had a Renault 5 GTX. It wasn't. That was the one I had before the turbo, and that had a manual choke, and it was great. Cold mornings. It was an art to get the balance of that choke right.
That's right. Absolutely,
it was an art.
Yeah, because I remember my dad, bless him, he had a Renault 5 GT.
Yeah,
and you had to do the choke.
Yes, that's right.
Right, and
that's right.
I didn't understand. I was too young. It was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Really, really young.
Yeah,
and
I get the idea. Yeah, thanks.
I think
thank you.
Failed like 15 driving tests by then.
I was born in 74.
Yeah, like 1874. Yeah. Anyway, and
I think. Can you explain what choke is? Because I don't know what one is.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, 1 second. So that's what Joel's put about his.
Okay.
It's the biting point, isn't it, Amir? When you
I
start,
thought it was.
start the car, you have to balance out the. I'm trying to remember right now. Look at me moving my.
You're moving your hands, which works. Well, it does work. We're on video as well. While you're trying to remember that, Mark also said he did like the Lotus 7 that the prisoner Patrick McGowan drove in that Colt 60C. I'm not a number, I'm a free man or something. Was that it, Mark? I'm sure that's what he said. Yeah, that was a great Lotus 7. Amazing car.
Oh, that was a cool car.
It was. You remember that,
cool
right?
Car. Yeah.
Brother Shamshad has also said, or having to hammer my dad's starter motor. Yes,
he used to tell me that
on the Taverners Road roundabout when his car would stop. Smashing the starter motor would often work.
It would. In fact, he's also texted me saying his best car was an Audi A4 Tiptronic. Said it was the first car he drove that made him feel like a racing driver.
Oh wow, that's Audi A4.
Yeah,
Tiptronic.
Yeah.
So Tiptronic is the one with what we call flappy paddles.
No,
right?
no. With a gear shift, you have to change it.
Ah, okay. Oh, thank you for listening and for getting in touch with your comments. Keep them coming in, please, or you can text them 07411. Yes, 191062, or give us a call. We'll have a chat with you on air. 01733 602 133. Faisal Mahmood said his car, the one that he loved the most, was a Skoda Fabia VRS.
Ooh, nice.
A 56 plate. He said the best memory was going from 50 to 120, back down to 70, and then explaining why I was doing 82. It was...
What?
I don't know. I think he got pulled over.
Oh.
And explained, yeah, it was very economical and reliable. He had it for 2 years, then he changed to an Audi A6. And he said, P.S. I was young back then. I'd never do such things now. Yeah, all right, brother Faisal. We believe you. Yeah.
I've just had a text just now from Florian, my physiotherapist.
Yeah.
He says he's listening. He says, you haven't experienced driving if you haven't drove a Dacia 1310, a pure Romanian car.
Well, we know Dacia, but what's a 1310?
It's going to be a model, I'm assuming.
I guess that's a really old one then. Because now it's a Dacia Duster and Dacia Sandero.
Oh, yeah, I see them. I see the Duster quite a lot.
The Sandero is one of the best-selling cars.
Thanks for listening, Florian.
Yeah, thank you for listening, Florian. That's great. Mashad says, Assalamu alaikum to all brothers at Geared Up. Oh, welcome salam, Mashad. And congratulations on the last day of school for you as well. Same with my son. I heard you had a good day. Well done. Mark says, yes, that's a series, Amir. Fantastic, way ahead of its time. It was a great... He's talking about The Prisoner with Patrick McGowan. It was a way ahead of its time. It was a great series. Also, Saj, brother Saj, he had a Volkswagen Passat TDI. Surprised about this, actually.
Very common car.
2006 plate, and he said it was a beast of a car.
Yeah. And you know what? There was a lot of people who had him who said similar things. You know, in many ways, it's very similar to Faisal's Skoda.
Yes, that's right. That's
Same
so
family,
true.
isn't it?
I don't know, is it?
Skoda, isn't it part of the...
I thought you meant Faisal and Saj.
Oh, I don't know about that. What room are you starting?
But yeah, you're right. Skoda, VW, I think Seat's in there as well.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I've got a text.
Go on.
This is from Badr. He's put his best car was a Ford Orion, light blue, only 4 gears.
Ford Orion, I remember them. It was an Escort with a bigger boot.
That's right. He said his dad bought it for him for £250 after he passed, and he left it in the back of his nan's garden. All the windows got smashed, and it was an insurance write-off, but they paid out £400. Best car ever.
Amazing. Ford Orions, I remember.
Wow.
They were ugly looking. That boot just looked like it'd been bolted on.
That's right. It was like a mini Sierra, wasn't it? In many
ways.
Yeah, that's
in many ways it was. Not at all like that, but I'll just go with you.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Brother Afan, listen to this, right? Brother Afan, he's messaged in. He said he had a Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. That was a 996, a 2002 model. The best and most exotic car I've ever owned. I loved the 911 since I was a young boy, and I had a chance to buy one nearly 10 years ago. It was a dream come true. I loved the way it looked. It had very rare spec. I loved the way it drove, which just got better the longer I owned it, and I got more used to it. Started realising why these cars are so special. I owned it for 2 years and sadly had to part with it due to finances. I now regret parting with it and would love to buy one again if I could. And he also says, this is interesting, yes, I do feel modern cars have lost that soul and character that older cars had. I love the tech of modern cars and all the convenience of the toys you now get and the smoothness of the engines and economy, but they feel characterless in my opinion.
Fair enough. I mean, like I said, you get that because we've had the pleasure of what we've had before. Yeah. A lot of the people now, you'd have to, certainly someone like Ali's age,
yeah,
they're not going to experience that. They're not going to go back, they look back. I mean, Ali can't even see past the Suzuki Swift, to be honest with you. But anyway.
Well, he's got his heart set on one of them for his first car.
But
yeah, keep dreaming, son.
Yeah,
wow.
Gwani.
Yeah.
And,
by the way, can I just say, in case anyone is picking up on the squeak, it's not a mouse or a rat in the studio.
Here we go.
It is a chair that Akeel's sitting on, and I can confirm it is not Akeel that's making the squeak.
Can you confirm that, though?
Well, that's a good point. That actually
I
makes
think I've got a dodgy spark plug, mate.
It could be that. I think it's a dodgy seal.
Yeah.
Based on what you said before we came on air. We'll say no more on that. That's a quick reminder. Let's do a quick reminder of this engine sound. So once again, I'll give you the options, but let me know what you think. You think what this car is. Yeah, it's quite distinctive, that is. But is it, Mark thinks it's the Mazda MX-5. Is it the Mini Cooper S? Is it the Audi R8? Or is it Volkswagen Golf R? That's what I need to know from you, and we'll reveal it at the end of the show. You can message on the live stream, or you can call us 01733 602 133, or text 07411 19
1062.
106. Look at that. Well trained.
I'm going R8.
You're going R8 now?
No.
Well, no, he's allowed. He didn't give his
I
answer.
didn't give my answer. I just needed to hear it.
I know that, but I'm saying I disagree with the answer because
because you drive.
No, yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons. But
you always throw that in.
always, every show. It's admin and you drive. It's those two.
Yeah, admin. I'm serious about admin. I need an assistant.
But the Audi R8 is way more sharp. As soon as I heard it, I knew it's not an R8 because with the Golf R, especially because of the R, you can just hear that exhaust bubble through. But with the R8, it's just way more cleaner. Sounds more like F1. R8 does compared to Golf R.
Interesting analysis. Mashad thinks it's the Volkswagen Golf.
Because he's got a driving license.
Well, he's tried to type Volkswagen, but I've interpreted it as Volkswagen. But it doesn't say Volkswagen, Mashad. I don't know what school you've been studying in, but they need to do better, my friend. And Brother Shamshad says Golf R, maybe. He said because of the popping, which is something you're familiar with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Popping. You don't have to squeak so much.
Oh, right, because I thought I was... never mind. Yeah,
why are you doing
that?
Hang on. I've apologised for the squeakiness, and you're deliberately making...
No, I'm not. I'm just moving.
But why are you rocking?
Because I'm on a dodgy chair. Normally, you wouldn't be able to hear the fact that I'm moving. Because I'm old, I have to move. Because I might slip.
It's just so much squeaking coming out. I hope it's the chair, mate.
That should be the new quiz question. Is it squeaking Uncle Akeel or the chair?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think most people are going to go with A on that one. Right, Nathan has a message, and he says the best car he's ever owned, and he's on his second one, is a Honda Accord V6 2005. That was a nice car.
Ooh, that was a nice car.
It was. Yeah. He says plenty of power, change the oil, and drive them forever.
Yeah.
They were rock solid.
They were.
Yeah. Your squeaking's
It's
really...
not my fault.
I'll tell you what I'm doing after the show. I'm getting the oil out, and then I'm going to squeak the chair after that as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Brother Zahir says, and this is honestly, I think this might be one of the best cars in the responses we've had. The Honda Integra 1987. He said it never broke down. I always wanted a manual car after 6 years, as I've missed changing gears. I would definitely buy it again. I've spoken to him before about this. He loved that car and he misses it. I think he should go out and get another one.
They were actually quite rare as well.
They were rare.
The Integra was quite a rare car.
It was.
Because it had a distinctive look, distinctive kit on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice car.
A very nice car. And actually, keeping it in the family, his brother says a Volkswagen Caddy Mark 1 pickup truck.
Oh, cool.
No power steering, no ABS, a pure driving experience. He bought it as he always wanted one, and he sold it due to it not being practical, but he would definitely buy it again. And on Facebook, he sent a picture of it. It was, I don't know if it was the actual one, but it was like turquoise. You know that you get VW campers in that colour as well?
Yeah.
It's like a turquoise, almost a summery colour.
Yeah.
And it was a pickup, and he loved it, clearly. And then Brother Asif says a Volkswagen Golf 2004. He said the need for speed with a smiley face. I'm guessing that's being sarcastic because he didn't stipulate what sort of model it was. I guess it was just a random kind of basic Volkswagen Golf. But isn't it interesting? All these comments we're getting, the variations in what people consider to be their best cars is huge. We have, a brother talking about a Porsche 911, and then we've got Asif talking about a VW Golf.
Yeah.
It's what is personal to you, right?
That's right, absolutely. Yeah.
For you, it's the Alpha. So for me, but I'm going to share mine now. For me, and I shared this on Facebook earlier this week, a picture of it. It was a 1991 Toyota Corolla GTI 16 valve twin cam.
Twin cam.
Yeah.
Bad boy cars.
Bad boy car,
Yeah.
mate. That was insane.
Yeah.
I loved that car so much, and I got rid of it because I got married. It's just a happy coincidence. It's not the reason, but it's just, I got.
How bad that sounds.
Yeah, I know. I got married. I needed something more practical.
Wait, tell your mum.
Yeah, but
Already done.
basically the wife had a lot of baggage, so I needed.
Oh my God, tell your mum.
Oh my God!
What he said about
Oh
mother.
my
What he said
God.
about your mum. Very bad.
Wow. Are you finished?
He's shocked. Look at his face.
Yeah, a lot of baggage. So we needed a big
Bro,
boot.
fantastic car.
Great car, revved right up to like 7,500 revs. It was really nice and just purred sweetly. I loved that car. It was a 91, and I miss it, and I would buy it again. But you can buy them now, like mint condition ones, fully restored, like on eBay. They're going for 10 grand
Yeah, in or more.
or more.
Yeah, and that was actually quite a popular car in the 90s here in this city as well. Also was the Datsun, was it Datsun Cherry or something like that?
Yeah, Datsun Cherry.
They were fully kitted out as well.
They were.
That's brought back quite a lot of memories. I mean, this was not an easy thing to say. What was your best car?
Yeah.
If you've had quite a few cars, and it's like, okay, well, which one meant what to you?
I'm gonna, before I rattle through some of the other comments, because some ones I don't want to miss out, and we're coming up to a break in 6 minutes. Ali, obviously you're youth and you haven't started driving yet, but you have seen like old cars, on the internet and in films and stuff. Have you got a favourite old car that you think has got loads of character and you'd love to have it at one point or drive it at one point when you can drive?
That you put me on the spot there. There are a lot, but I think one that's stuck with me for a long time was in Indiana Jones. I've forgotten which movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
There was that when the Arab king or whatever it was dealing with the bad guys. He gave them that Rolls Royce to trade with, and it was a really old Rolls Royce, extremely rare, and that was what led them to have access to the main thing.
I remember that, and I'll give you another fun fact on that. The Arab king was played by Alexei Sayle. You don't know who he is. Alexei Sayle played that. He was a comedian from the alternative comedy scene, and nobody knew it was him because of the makeup. And also, that wasn't Raiders of the Lost Ark, I don't think. That was a later film. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I know the one you're talking about. Anyway, interesting. Right, some more comments quickly. Christina has got an amazing story, really has. She said the Toyota Hilux for her. I would never own anything so big in the UK unless I lived on a farm, but we lived in the bush in Namibia and had to do some serious off-roading. My husband once made us sleep in a one-man tent in the middle of the Namib desert. I was 20 weeks pregnant and desperately needed to wee every hour or so. He was fast asleep, but I could hear wild dogs outside and no doubt the odd leopard. So in the end, I left the tent and slept in the car. My best memory of this wonderful tank is that it took us all the way up the Sani Pass to Lesotho, one of the scariest roads in the world, if you can call it a road. My daughter was in the back and my heart was in my mouth.
Wow.
What a story.
Wow.
Wow.
And the Hilux is the one that they insanely crashed in
Top
Gear.
Gear.
Yeah, they put it on top of a tower block and
that's
demolished
They
it.
demolished it.
And it still
everything.
started.
And it still started.
Amazing.
It's
What a
crazy.
car.
And our very own Dr. Shabina, she says the Volvo XC90, it accommodated all my kids. It was sturdy, low maintenance, had great fuel economy, and I learnt to drive in it because her husband said, if you have an accident in it, you won't be killed, and I want you to learn the hard way. It kept me company when her husband was in Australia, and I had 3 children and one on the way. I drove the length and breadth of the country in it. It was a friend to me, and I'd lovingly named it Basanti.
Yeah, we were on the Basanti.
Yeah,
And
after-
what was it? A Sunny, Nissan Sunny.
Really?
Called Basanti, yeah.
She, obviously, Basanti, for those that don't know, was named after the loyal horse in the Sholay film who helped Hema Malini run away from the villains, and she shed a tear when she sold that XC90. Yeah, great stories. I think I've got time just to share a couple more because there's some really good ones here. Yeah, Brother Star, he said, it has to be my first car, which was a K-Reg Nissan Micra.
Nice.
4-door, not the 2-door version you see peasants driving, he says.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got it for £200, 6 months road tax and a full tank of fuel. He had it 4 years, sold it for $250, no road tax, and the fuel was almost empty. It started shaking at 63 miles an hour, but stopped shaking at 77. Top speed, A1 south, downhill, and with the wind behind him, he'd get 111 out of it.
Mate.
It did shake again at 93, but gave up the shaking at 100. Got stuck in the Premier Inn car park once after a wedding reception because I forgot to take a token, but just folded the wing mirrors in and got through the gap.
Oh, legend.
See, these are the things that make it the best car.
That's right.
Right?
And I think it's the same thing with my dream to have a Suzuki Swift Sport. I think that's the same thing with that Nissan Micra, because you won't see it as the best car. Everyone's like Bugatti, Audi, Lambo for their first car. But I think I'll have the best memories, inshallah. If I do get that car. It would be the best memories, because I know with your car, Uncle, I know it's not necessarily the cheapest Alfa Romeo 147 GTA, but I always loved that. I think it's that famous quote, it feels great to go fast in a slow car than to go slow in a fast car.
Vajiva.
Until you clash. Okay? With no brake pedal.
Well done. Paul, who lives in Moscow, originally from King's Lynn, actually, he said the best all-rounder for him was a BMW 320. Reliable, comfortable, surprisingly economical on long distance, good interior, so it was a nice place to be, plus decent power for a little rear-wheel drive fun.
Nice.
But his best fun car was a Nissan 200 SX S13. Incredible handling, so much fun to drive, reliable, but 8 tyres and drank petrol, 19 miles per gallon.
Wow.
Would love another one, but they're becoming rare.
Wow.
The 200 SX was a lovely car.
Yeah, I've not seen one of those in a long time.
No, he's right. They're so rare. Rare.
I've just had a message from one of my friends.
Yeah.
And following on from my Indiana Jones comment, he said one of the best old cars was the old Batmobile with those red highlights. And with that black. With the
Adam.
black
It was a series from the '60s with Adam West playing Batman.
That's right.
Yeah. And you're right. That was, and also that car was in the Benchwarmers film.
Yeah.
Do you
And
remember?
he's like, I've yet to perfect the peel out.
Yeah, but that was for Kit. Do you remember that?
That was for Kit.
That was for Kit. Knight Rider. Do you know what Kit stands for? 30 seconds to go to the break.
No.
Kit for Knight Rider. Do you know what it stood for? No. Night Industries 2000. There's a fact. You can bank it. You can use it all day long, free of charge. I'll invoice you. Listen, we are coming up to an ad break now. Please do stay with us. Loads more to come, including more of your comments on what you felt was the best car you've ever owned. And we're going to switch topics as well about the government trying to encourage us to make the switch to electric vehicles. We'll be with you in about 4 minutes, all being well, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Stay tuned to Salam Radio after this short ad break.
Everyone can now get free rapid COVID-19 tests twice a week. They show your results within 30 minutes. They also show you're doing what you can to protect your loved ones, your friends, your workmates, and that you want to keep life moving again. Around 1 in 3 people who have COVID-19 have no symptoms and are spreading it without knowing. That could be a friend, a relative, a workmate. It could even be you. Rapid tests are easy to get from nhs.uk/get tested. Let's take this next step safely.
हाँ बिलाल, मैं हमारी ग्रॉसरी और हलाल मीट के लिए मुख्तलिफ स्टोर्स पर जाते जाते थक चुकी हूँ। पार्किंग हमेशा से एक मसला रहा है और मुझे आखिरी बार एक पार्किंग टिकट भी मिला है।
कितनी दफा बता चुका हूँ, 232 लिंकन रोड पीटरबरो पर पार्क फूड्स को ट्राई करो। ये कैम्ब्रिजशायर की सबसे बड़ी एथनिक सुपरमार्केट है और उनके पास 1 घंटे के लिए फ्री कस्टमर कार पार्क है।
वाओ, रियली? लेकिन क्या मैं वहाँ से सब कुछ खरीद सकती हूँ?
Yes, fresh quality fruit, vegetables, dairy product, halal meat and poultry delivered every day. It really is a one-stop shop. Plus, Park Foods carry a huge range of brands from around the world and thousands of products in their daily use household range.
मैं अभी जाना चाहती हूँ। वो कब तक खुलते हैं?
Monday to Saturday, 8:30 to 8 p.m. and 11 to 5 p.m. on Sunday. और ये बहुत ही साफ और महफूज है और कोविड गाइडलाइंस को फॉलो किया जाता है। तो फिर चलें, शाजिया।
Park Foods. Come and see the difference. Desi Restaurant is open, so why not order now for your family meal tonight? We've got fish pakora, chicken pakora, charga steamed chicken, lamb and vegetable samosas, biryani, pizza, faluda, jalebi, gulab jamun, samosa chaat, fresh chicken and lamb handi, Lahori channa and much more. We've got it all at Desi Restaurant. Special offer, Niari Opaya with 1 naan or roti only £6. Special lunchtime offer from noon to 4 p.m. Chicken or lamb curry and 2 roti only £6. Mixed veg curry or tarka dal and 2 roti only £5. Order now at desirestaurantonline.com and pay online safely or call us on 01733 555 795. Delivery available or you can collect for a 10% discount. 298 Lincoln Road, Peterborough, PE1 2ND. Desi Restaurant, the trusted family favourite in Peterborough.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम किरण है। कोर्ट कश्मीर ऑर्फन्स रिलीफ ट्रस्ट मेरा घर है। कोर्ट सिर्फ मेरा ही नहीं बल्कि मुझ जैसे सैकड़ों यतीम और बेसहारा बच्चों का घर है। हम तमाम बच्चे अपने इस प्यारे घर में हंसी खुशी रहते हैं और तालीम भी हासिल करते हैं। हमारी तमाम ज़रूरियात ज़िंदगी को कोर्ट ही पूरा करता है और ये सब कुछ आपकी मदद से मुमकिन है। आपसे गुजारिश है कि अपने एहतियात, ज़कात और ज़कात कोर्ट में मौजूद यतीम बच्चों को देकर इनकी कफालत में हिस्सेदार बने। कोर्ट UK ऑफिस 0300123774 court.org.uk।
Bowel cancer screening saves lives. The NHS sends everyone aged 60 to 74 a free home testing kit every 2 years. Using this test is easy and hygienic. Ask your parents and grandparents whether they have completed their screening kit. Find out more by visiting Cambridgeshire and Peterborough ccg.nhs.uk and searching bowel cancer.
If you want to learn about Islam and Muslims, stay tuned to Salam Radio 106.2 FM.
I do love that echo there. One of our previous station managers sorted that out. Really good work. Welcome back. Welcome back. Salam alaikum. Good evening. You're listening to Salam Radio 106.2 FM. If you're in Peterborough and if you're in Luton, welcome along to you as well. Salam alaikum. This is obviously going out on Inspire FM 105.1 and we're very grateful to have your company this evening. I'm with my son, Ali Suleiman, my co-driver, Akeel Khalil. Notice I didn't say co-driver because Ali can't drive yet.
You said it the first half, though.
Did I say that?
Yep.
I'll have to go back and listen and I'll make the edit. But we've been talking about, if you just joined us, we've been talking about the best car you've ever owned. And I just want to kind of wrap up the topic because we didn't have time in the first half to go through some of those comments that came in. And then we'll just do the quiz again quickly before we change topics. So what have we got? Yeah, here we go. Yes, we've got Brother Akhtar, which is actually Faisal's dad. He said his best car was an Audi 90 2.2E 1989, low profile apparently, 5-cylinder petrol. Now that Audi 2.2 5-cylinder petrol engine was sweet.
I remember that car. I remember going to school, seeing them on the road.
Really?
But that particular version wasn't that common.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Wow.
It was a great car. It really was. Sister Khadija says, I'm going to go for my black Clio. Excuse me, hiccup. It was around 20 years ago. It's live radio. It was around 20 years ago now. It had tinted windows and fake leather covers. I felt so cool driving it. She said, in fact, I was cool driving it.
I'm sure you were.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But no one could see it because you had tints.
Ah, look at that, see. Brother Qasim, he had a Peugeot 405 R-Reg. That would have been 97, 98. Strong car, never let me down. Big boot.
Definitely a big boot in those.
Yeah, because it was a big saloon, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a big saloon.
The Peugeot. And Sean says, wow, he says, Sean says, wow, Amir, you've got me all revved up now. First car was a 2-litre Ford Cortina Estate.
Yes!
That I loved for moving my mobile disco around. A few cars later, another 1.6 GL Cortina, which he drove to Corfu and back.
Oh my God!
Unbelievable. He loved that too, and it took Edwin Starr around the island of Corfu many times too. Edwin Starr was a major celebrity back then.
Oh my God, wow.
That's amazing. But the one he really misses is his 4x4 Shogun that was retired a few months ago. It really had been up and mountain and down dale. Transported scouts off-road for years, and with blacked out windows, it was also, a few years ago, the changing room for his daughter's football team.
Wow.
See,
How brilliant is that?
These are memories,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
This is what makes a car the best car you've ever owned.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Brother Shaz Nawaz, he says, short and sweet, as he likes to be, Toyota Corolla.
Fantastic.
Mine was also a Toyota Corolla, but he didn't specify which model.
Maybe it's a speciality.
It could be. Let's just do one more really quickly. Actually, two more. Brother Saban, most loved will always be one of the two I learned to drive in at 16 and 17 years old, and which subsequently became my main car to drive, a Nissan Sunny L-Reg. He said, it saved me from killing myself many a time. My particular memory was being an idiot and attempting an overtake on a bend in the snow. It spun and stopped just close enough to the curb on the other side, as if to say, I could have flipped, but I didn't. So please stop being a muppet.
Wow.
And his favourite is the current midlife crisis, the Alfa Romeo Giulia Veloce.
Oh, lovely.
What a car.
Fantastic.
And finally, our very own Sister Iram, who does Winning Women every week on a Wednesday at 11 a.m. Quick plug. Her favourite car was the Land Rover Discovery. It had a sudden death when something happened to the engine, but to be honest, that was just the icing on the cake. There was always a service issue, or Land Rover certainly made me feel there was. Original thoughts behind the Discovery was the reputation, sustainability, or adult-sized 7 seats. All the extra features were such a bonus, from armrest, leather-heated seating, GPS, TV screens. However, the cost of repair, maintenance and fuel was some of the considerations when I replaced it with a more modest Nissan X-Trail. Next car, I'll be seeking Discovery's features, but a different brand. Thank you very much, everyone, for all your wonderful comments and memories. That's what this show's all about, getting involved. Mashad says, a dream first car for him, Volkswagen Polo.
Oh,
cool.
Great. He told me that before in school. Great.
You know what the problem is with the Volkswagen Polo? It's got a hole in the middle. Let's move on.
Wow.
That was so bad. I think we should...
Proper dad joke. That was a dad joke, wasn't it?
Of course it was a dad joke. I'm a dad.
That was horrendous. I think we've lost listeners now.
Yeah, well, since you started talking, let's move on.
Oh, very nice. Nice. Next topic.
Right, let's talk. We can start the next topic. Which is the UK's energy regulator, Ofgem. What they've done is they've approved plans to invest 300 million in low carbon projects, including support for 3,500 charging points for electric vehicles. So this is a bid by the government to encourage us to make the switch to... You need to stop this squeaking, man. This is insane.
I'm laughing because
Can you not just keep still?
I can't still. I'm just
He's
laughing.
constantly moving like a small child.
It just shows you how much I move, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, which is not a good thing.
I just can't help it. I'm old.
Yeah, well, if you're old, what am I, mate? Anyway, so did you see this article in the news?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's enough what the government are doing to try and get us to make the switch to electric vehicles by installing these, up and down the motorway network, these charging points? Or do you think they've got a lot more work to do?
I don't think it's enough. This is Ofgem, actually, so it's independent of the government.
I did say Ofgem.
Yeah, and sorry, I'm just saying. And
try listening.
the £300 million investment, I don't think it's enough. I know it's all part of a wider £40 billion package from the government.
Yeah.
But I still don't think it's enough. That being said, if you recently told me that you had gone to a services to charge your car, remember? When he came back, there was a lot of cars waiting to charge.
That's right.
And I'm not saying that happens all the time, but as electric car adoption starts to spike, there's going to be more pressure on the current infrastructure, and I just don't think it's happening quick enough. I don't think there's not enough money, and it's certainly not happening at enough at pace. And also, when they are factoring in, when they're doing these new cities and they're doing, they're modernising areas, they're still not factoring in public charging spots within those areas.
Yeah, correct.
Which I think is a big thing. I think if they're going to gentrify all these places, they need to include these charging points where people with, say, for example, you live in a flat, and you don't have access. You will not have access no matter what because of the structure where you're living. You need something really close to you that you can access.
Yes.
And whether that is by they have you know how you have a resident parking permit, whether they have a residence charging point in an area that only the residents can use.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
something like that to just to get you. It is right. It is true. Most people are thinking, oh, you know, I can't go down there just to charge my car. It's a mental thing, isn't it? Taking time out your day, half an hour if you need to charge your car.
Yeah.
If it's half an hour away as well.
Yeah, well, that all adds up.
It all adds up, doesn't it?
That's
And,
so true.
I mean, you've got really good experience in this, and I know it's slightly different because you've got a charger at home.
Yes.
If you didn't have that charger, would it be a chore for you to drive?
It would be. It wouldn't be a chore. It would be a headache because you know that, for example, you know, I go to Cambridge once a week, and if I had to do that, then I'd need to make sure that I need to go somewhere on Thursday at some point to charge up.
Yeah.
Obviously, I go for the fastest charger there is, and there are some Ionity chargers on the A1 services, which you know, what's the name of that service station? You know what I mean?
The
extra ones.
Extra one. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, that's it. And there's fast chargers there, but they're not cheap, you know, and so that would be a pain. Now the government are saying that there'll be enough public rapid chargers in years to come that you won't even need to consider having a home charger for people that live in terraced housing and stuff like that. But I don't know. I can't see it.
I can't see that. I can't, because the other element you have here as well is, you know, I can't help but feel, let's just say, you know, we've gone on a road trip, both of us got EVs, and we go to a service station, and there's like 10 cars ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
You can't tell me, at least for a moment, you won't think, now if we had a nice car, you know, we wouldn't be here. But then if you really think about it, when you go to a busy fuel station, sometimes you can be 10 minutes just waiting to get to the pump.
Yeah, it sounded like you said a nice car, but an ICE car.
Yeah.
Just explain what ICE is for the people that don't know.
It's the normal combustion engine.
Internal
combustion engine. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So you know, I think those things are going to happen. It's a culture change.
Yes.
And I just don't think it's still enough money being put into the system.
It's a drop in the ocean, really. I completely agree with you. I don't think it's enough.
Also, I don't think that there's enough been happening. I think that there should be much more grant availability for the home installation. I think what's happening, I think it's £350 now.
Yes.
It used to be £500. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
In fact, it should be almost free, I think, personally.
To fully encourage people, because don't forget the cost of EVs is also not cheap.
No, and that's what I mean. I think it should be both sides. I think there should be the incentive that all low emission zones, certainly the congestion charge and things like that, should be waived permanently.
Yeah.
I think there should be up to at least 75% off to get the charger installed. And I think there should be a significant cut on the price of the vehicle as well.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. Now, when it comes to public charging points for electric cars, the UK isn't doing too badly, actually. According to ZapMap, which is kind of the Bible for looking at chargers, there are nearly 24,000 chargers installed around the country, but that's less than half the number available in the Netherlands, which is staggering.
And we know this because when we were there...
We were there not so long.
Oh, my God.
What was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago. What did we see? We just saw electric cars
vehicles
everywhere.
Everywhere. But of course, with the sale of new petrol and diesel cars to be banned from 2030, of course more infrastructure is needed, and Ofgem has acknowledged that fact, but they just I don't seem to see any sort of major inroads. We're going to have to pause there, unfortunately, because we need to take a break for the Maghrib call to prayer, the Maghrib Azan, which will be played in about 15 seconds. So we'll take a 4-minute break, and then we'll come back and continue the topic, because there's also results of a fascinating YouGov survey that we need to share with you as well. So don't go anywhere. Please stay tuned. Keep it on Salam Radio 106.2 FM, and we'll be back with you in 4 minutes, inshallah. You're listening to Salam Radio, and it's now time for Maghrib Azan. This Azan is sponsored by Park Foods. Come and see the difference.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم بك نحيا وبك نموت وإليك المصير. رضينا بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبيا ورسولا.
In the heart of Peterborough, this is Salam Radio.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Salam Radio 106.2 FM for Geared Up, your fortnightly motoring show with me, Amir Suleiman, or Amir Suleiman, whatever you like, and Akeel Khalil. What were you doing? I've just looked up and you're doing some sort of bizarre stuff.
I was trying to tell you to stop because he's going to see you.
I'm very confused. And Ali Suleiman, my son, as well. In the interest of time, I can't wait for an explanation. We've just got to move on, unfortunately. Brother Akeel, we were talking, of course, about the electric vehicle situation. And there's a survey that's been done by YouGov, which has actually been quite insightful. And there's some... basically, they launched it recently, and the survey reveals that financial considerations are taking over from environmental concerns as the main incentive for buying an electric vehicle, and that electric vehicle charging, get this, is starting to shift away from home towards public and destination charging. Now, destination charging, for those of you that don't know, is where a hotel might have a charger, and it's your final destination for your road trip. You're staying there for a while, and you can just plug in your car and charge overnight. But I found that interesting that there's a shift now starting to move away from the people thinking, I need to get a home charge, despite the conversation you and I just had before the prayer break. The shift is starting to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, if the companies have private parking and they install these electric chargers, there's no reason actually for anyone to have a home charger.
Yeah, and think about it, workplaces should have charging, right?
That's right.
This does need to happen.
Definitely.
But here are some of the key facts and figures from the survey, and let me know which of these surprise you, right? So 74% of UK adults believe that electric motoring is the future of road travel. That's quite high.
No. I mean, yeah, it's high, but it doesn't surprise me.
Well, it surprised me because you look at how many people are saying, are not saying that they're ready to buy an electric vehicle.
That's right, yeah.
Or that they admit and recognise that it is the future. But maybe they're just not in a position right now, for whatever reason, to take that plunge. Yeah. But it rises to 83%, Ali. Let me get your view on this, because 18 to 24-year-olds, you're not a million miles away from 18 to 24-year-olds, 83% of them believe that electric motoring is the future of road travel. being someone of Gen Z, What We Z tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Ali Salman,
Quick plug.
Salam Radio, 106.2 FM. Yes, a quick plug. What are your thoughts on that? Does that surprise you that so many youth believe that it is the future?
No, actually, because Tesla are seen as, not just Tesla, sorry, electric cars are seen as kind of the more modern place to go to now. If you go to like petrol cars, let's say you had a BMW and then you had a Tesla, no matter the model, I think most of Generation Z or millennials would go for the Tesla. I think it's just the wow factor that surrounds it. And I think it's also because if you look at Elon Musk and then you look at any other car company founder, he's got way more status around him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got way more social media status compared to anyone else. You don't. If you went up to someone who you know who Elon Musk is, they'll say founder of Elon Musk. But if you go up to anyone, do you know who the BMW founder is? Half of Gen Z won't know.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Ali, I'm just ultra conscious of the time, and so I'm actually gonna snip this topic short because we do need to do Ali's car catch up, and we've only got like 8 minutes of the show left. So Ali, we need to do kind of a condensed version. I'm sorry you haven't got as much time as you normally would, but we also need to do the reveal of the quiz as well. So what is the latest in the car world, Ali? Over to you.
Okay, so carrying on from our topic about electric cars. So we have the Audi RS4, really nice car. And the next one, the 6th generation of the Audi RS4, is being rumoured that it could be electric, which I think is quite interesting. And so the Audi RS4 competes with the other kind of two main brands of its level, BMW and Mercedes. It competes with the BMW 3 Series, which is already impressive, and then a brand new, like a completely revamped Mercedes C-Class. And so the next generation, the 6th generation, it will arrive in like 2 years, in 2023.
Yeah.
And the founder has said that it promises to innovate on all fronts, starting with a complete overhaul of the engine range. And that sentence kind of gives it away, I think, about electric cars. But I think it would be great if the Audi RS4 is electric, and I think that's something we need if you want to push forward that electric thinking as well.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And sticking with Audi as well, so the Audi e-tron, I absolutely love that car. The Audi e-tron S-Line Black Edition is unveiled that, quite a long name. But so the e-tron is Audi's answer, for those of you who don't know, is Audi's answer to the Jaguar I-Pace, great car, and the Tesla Model X, really great car, but the kind of the high-end version. And so personally, I think the e-tron looks better than the Jaguar I-Pace, but not as good, doesn't have that wow factor compared to the Tesla Model X.
I'd agree.
Because it just has that Falcon wing doors and all that stuff. But it is considerably more expensive, the Model X.
Yeah.
So the difference is with this Black Edition, I think it's quite simple. So the front grille badge, mirror caps, they're all painted black, which kind of gives it a really nice look. But there's also this thing with the wheels. They're called colour-free wheels. This is Audi's name for it. And they're made to look unpainted. But they're actually painted like greyish.
Wow.
Just grey, whitish.
But I'm trying to imagine what that would look like.
That's what I'm trying to think as well.
Colourless.
Thank you.
Well.
Car expert Akeel Khalil.
Thank you.
And the car is available.
God, thank you.
The car is available in Mythos Black, Kronos Grey, and Glacier White. I think it will look great in white with those black highlights.
I think you're right.
Or contrast and lovely. Not lovely, nicely.
Buy it.
Now the Bentley, going up to higher end companies, they unveiled the Bentayga S. So this is one of my dream cars, Bentley Bentayga Speed, which is a really lovely car. So before this unveiling, customers could opt for a sporty speed version of the Bentayga with a 6-litre W12, which is, nuts, which naturally will push up the price of the vehicle, like quite a lot. But now Bentley are unveiling a version for those who want an athletic feel, so kind of sporty, easy to maneuver. Well, it's an SUV, so as easy as it can get, without having the use of a crazy muscular engine like the W12.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so what are they putting in it?
Yeah, so I was going to saying that, they are still putting in a 4-litre V8, which isn't exactly what you'd...
Yeah, but compared to a 6-litre W12...
Yeah.
They've done that in the Continental GT as well.
They have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also with this, all chrome elements are swapped for black lacquered inserts, just like that black edition Audi e-tron as well. And black lacquered inserts, really nice. It's also got a larger spoiler, 22-inch wheels. I'm not sure on the wheel size for the speed. I'd imagine it'd be smaller for a speed version.
No, I doubt it. I think it'd be the same size, wouldn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's got sportier seats for the front and a sports chassis as well to help with that handling. And then we've got the Tesla Model S Plaid.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Really, really nice.
That's going to be awesome.
Tesla, already amazing. Model S, really amazing. And then this word Plaid, which is going to arrive very soon, according to this famous founder, Elon Musk. So it promises over, not 1, not 10, but 1,000 horsepower.
Phenomenal.
Wow.
And that's a saloon car, by the way. Just remember that.
Yeah.
And 0 to 60 times of under 2 seconds. It's about 1.9, which is staggering. And just to put that into perspective, the Tesla Roadster, which is very coming up very soon, 1.1 seconds, 0 to 60. So that's like you blink, boom, you're 60. Blink again, 120.
Blink again, speed camera.
Well, surely that's after the second blink, 17 miles an hour. But it's all-wheel drive. The Plaid, 390-mile range, which is great.
Impressive.
Really impressive. Yeah. And in a saloon, 200 miles an hour.
Wow.
It's
amazing.
Crazy.
And the competitors for this vehicle?
So it's kind of simple, actually. So Porsche Taycan Turbo S, which is, so it's like the Plaid is £85,000. So Porsche Taycan Turbo S, and then you've got the Audi RS e-tron GT. 2 very viable cars.
Ali, that's amazing. I'm afraid we're going to have to cut that short as well. I know you had one more to do, but we can save it for next time because I do need to reveal the quiz as well. And also Mark has messaged in. He said, I imagine, talking about the electric vehicles, he said, I imagine owning an electric vehicle, you have to really plan journeys to take in charging points. Yeah, you do, Mark, you do. But obviously a car with better range will be an easier journey plan, to be honest. And he says, I think we're still a way off having them regularly. Yeah, I think you're right, Mark. I think it is a bit early days, but the time will come when we'll all be driving them, and which will be a good thing for the environment and just generally speaking. That's pretty much all the time we've got, but just time to reveal which car this was. So while I was playing that, I just glanced up to Brother Akeel, and he looks like he was trying to impersonate a pneumatic drill or something of some sort. Fun for me, but no one else really.
And me, it was very fun for me.
Yeah. So we've got about 40 seconds left. So Brother Shamshad and Ali thought it was the Golf R. Mark in Bletchley Towers thought it was the MX-5, and Akeel thought it was the Audi R8. It pains me to say that it was the Audi R8.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
See, I can never win, man.
Back to school.
Back to school.
Nice. Well, I think it's school finished today.
Uncle is driving.
School finished today.
You've been listening to Geared Up with me, Amir Suleiman, Amir Suleiman, and Akeel Khalil, and my son Ali Suleiman. We're here with you every 2 weeks. We're back with you. What will it be? The 11th of June, I think it will be. But do stay tuned to Salam Radio. Over the weekend, we've got some shows coming up as well. Stay safe on the roads. Assalamu alaikum.
Stay tuned to Salam Radio after this short ad break.
हाँ बिलाल, मैं हमारी ग्रॉसरी और हलाल मीट के लिए मुख्तलिफ स्टोर्स पर जाते जाते थक चुकी हूँ।